What's up, everybody? What I'm about to tell you about is actually pretty cool if you give it a chance, and I'll break it down and make it as friendly as possible. Quantum theory, also known as quantum mechanics, is what scientists use to explain all reality and the illusion of reality. What we are and how we are. The quantum world is much smaller than the atomic world and goes deeper than Einstein's world of relativity. It explains the energy force that all living things are connected to and all non-living things. The weird thing about it is the laws of physics completely distort and break down. The more you look at individual particles, the more you realize that solid objects are no longer solid. Space and time are no longer relevant, and everything we think we know about the way the universe works suddenly vanishes. The entire universe, 78 billion light years across, is all made up of what is known as quanta of energy. Quanta being the plural for quantum, which is the smallest quantity of matter that an object can possess. Every person, every plant, animal, car, building, every fabric of clothing, every microscopic particle are all aspects of this same energy and are only separated into how we observe them by the limitations of our five senses. If you look at a computer desk on a quantum level of measurement, you'll find that this solid object holding everything up is actually not solid at all. It's nothing more than an arrangement of energy created into a solid object based on how the human mind perceives it, which is where all things being connected to each other comes together. There is no such thing as one electron. An electron, or any other elementary particle, only exists in relationship to other things, like other particles, or the universe as a whole. It's been discovered that if you take two subatomic particles, like electrons, and do something to one of them, it will always affect the other one, no matter how far apart they are. What this tells us is once matter is physically joined, even when it becomes separate, the energy is still there that's connecting the two of them. And if we go back far enough in time, all of the particles in this entire universe were once a piece of one single particle, which suggests that everything is connected by energy. Now, the funny thing about quantum physics is that until you actively try to view a subatomic particle, it doesn't even exist. It's spread out all over the place until a conscious observer decides to look at it. In other words, the act of observing a subatomic particle creates the subatomic particle, which in turn means that nothing can physically exist unless it is being viewed by a conscious observer. It's crazy, I know, but without the focus of the mind, the quanta that make up any given object would become potential to become something else. It might sound insane, but one theory is that if the whole world and everything in it stopped focusing on our own perceived existence, then we would, in theory, cease to exist, as well as our entire three-dimensional universe. It makes you think a little bit, doesn't it? That piece of furniture that you're sitting on right now, essentially, isn't even really there. For some species of insects that see only in infrared or ultraviolet, our world is entirely an illusion to them, even though they're in it. It makes me wonder what world we're living in that's entirely an illusion to us.